1920 by 1080.
Is that red hair I see? Wait, yeah. What is that? Is that a headband or is wait? What? You do have red.
I do.
You do.
I do. I rushed around this morning and I put some extensions in. I colored some old extensions that I had and I sewed just some panels into my head real quick.
Okay, look at
Pretty
you.
Fun.
Yeah, look at you being fun.
It's so much fun. Oh, there you are. Why are you cut off like that?
Okay, so
I only have you as a square. Why?
Minnie, why don't you have red hair? I used to have red hair in high school. Red hair is the worst hair color to maintain. I hate it. But if you're doing like extensions that already have red hair, that's like the easiest way to to have red hair, man.
Extensions are the way, man. If you want to get any color in your hair at all, extensions are the way to do it. 1000%. Less damage. You don't have to fuck around with anything. It's fabulous. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Okay, get you. Where are you? Picture in picture. Ah, there she is. Oh my god, I did it.
Yay!
You.
I am seeing if I could just send you a collab right now, but it doesn't look like I can. I think it is afterwards because I'm saying show or seeing show more. Yeah, it doesn't say like
okay.
Or tags. No. Yeah, we could do. Yeah.
Hopefully, I hit the right one.
Cool.
Ah. Okay, I think I did it. I think I did
perfect.
It.
Oh yeah, let me get YouTube chat up too.
Oh, I did. I did tag you in the title. I added you.
Okay, perfect.
On YouTube.
Alrighty guys, so before we begin this, we are not ignoring you. We promise we are just trying to set everything up. When it comes to subscriptions, memberships on YouTube, we will thank you guys at the end of the show. The way we wanted to be interactive with you guys because we could do a pod, pre-recorded pod. We could take your questions, but the easiest way to do that is doing hot takes, and like we don't really care to do the hot takes, and most of the time they're not even hot takes. So we were like, let's eliminate that headache. So if you send any super chats or if you send any biddies, whatever questions you have, we will go ahead and dedicate like 15 minutes at the end of stream for that.
Absolutely.
Cool.
I can hear something somewhere. I gotta get rid of it. Whoa! I think I'm finally live on YouTube. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Happy New Year. Hope you're having a good day so far. If you haven't seen us do this yet, this was a grand idea that we both had to at least do a podcast together every now and then. And the entire premise, the entire name of it is called Not Reading All That. And if you don't understand, let me explain it to you. You know when you're like on Instagram or you're on YouTube and you say one thing and you're like, man, I really love the way that match ended. And then someone decides to write you a 3-page paragraph about how, no, because this and this and this and this. You need to do that. It's too much. That's karma of me coughing. But
you good?
We're just here to yap, talk about our new year, talk about the year that we had. We actually just saw each other this last weekend and went to a show together, my first AEW show. So we've got quite a bit to yap about. Quite a bit. What you want? What you feeling? What you want? Where should we begin, darling? Where should we begin?
I wrote some things down because we were talking about certain things that we could talk about during the pod. And I think it was the best time to bring it back because it's the beginning of the new year, just in a couple of hours. So I have some things that we could talk about and then you can chime in as well, obviously. So the first one I have, favorite moments of the year. Like just favorite moments within wrestling, favorite moments within interviews, whatever in the wrestling space, even if it's in content creation. Well, favorite moments.
Deal. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I could go first.
Do it. Hit me with it.
I could definitely go first because AJ Lee returning was my number one. That's like at peak. That by far destroys everything else that happened throughout this year. That's a personal bias. I know because I said that on Twitter and people were like, oh no, that's wrong. I'm like, okay, well, not reading all, and I'm not reading all that. Yeah. The John Cena heel turn for sure. Also one of my second favorite moments. Just the heel turn, just the initial heel turn. And those are the top two that I can really think of.
AJ Lee, that was crazy for you. I remember seeing all of that blow up. I think that was, if we had to pick the big moment of the year, I think that's it. I think that's the one that got the most traction. I think that's the one that got the most attention, which is AJ Lee, the woman that you are. Nothing at WrestleMania got that big of a, reaction. I don't know that anything this whole year, even anything that had to do with the entire John Cena tour. So,
Yeah, not even Lesnar.
no, completely. You should include that in one of your moments because that, man, they came after you too.
Oh, I loved every
Still are.
I loved every minute of that too because they just create their own narrative of like these people are bought and these people get paid and they're all so positive and they kiss Triple H's ass because they want to be on TV. And it's like, you clearly saw me how disappointed I was at Brock Lesnar. I'm over here literally talking shit, saying, hurry the fuck up. We don't need to see this. Like I'm talking down to this man. And it's just funny because it's like, wait, so am I bought? Or like you think Triple H?
It goes back and forth.
Like what the like? You think Do you think WWE would be like, you know what? She is fantastic. Look at her go off on Brock Lesnar. Like, yeah, yes, let's put her on TV. It makes no sense.
I just got called a shill today. To get on YouTube to start this, I looked at my comment thing and it said, well, you can't expect a paid shill to give up. Okay, yes, absolutely. I should pull out I have a Triple H shirt. I do have a Triple H shirt. It was a bit for a while at the end on press conferences when he would drone on. I'd like bring it out and put that shit on and be like, yeah, here we go. So maybe they don't know sarcasm, which they very likely don't.
Him and Tony, man, they just drone on and on and on. It's like,
oh, we'll get there.
Yeah, we will get there.
We'll get there. Let's see. The one thing that pops out in my head, despite like everything that I did, when it comes just to moments, really the thing that stands out is Drew and Punk's match, the Hell in a Cell match. I don't even remember what show that was on. What fucking show was that? I don't remember.
Backlash? No, it was it was the Atlanta one. It was what is it called? Bad Blood. There you go.
Oh, that makes sense. Bad Blood.
Yes.
Bad Blood. No, that always, I don't know why. That one really, that whole feud, I really, really enjoyed. Even though everyone's like, but I thought you hate Drew. I do. I don't even know how to answer the question. I'm like, in character, yeah. Hate that guy.
Yeah.
But like, other than that, no. But I got to, it's so weird to look back on the whole year because I did so much and some of it is really exciting to look back on, but also I get a little sad because I'm like, am I ever gonna get to do anything like that again? Getting to go to WrestleMania and sitting on the stage at WrestleMania, I would have never thought in a million years that's something that could have ever happened to me. And not only that, at the end of the show, having CM Punk recognize me and shake my hand was, I don't even, it doesn't feel like it happened. It doesn't feel real. So I feel like that like stands out above everything else. But there's just so much. It was such a cool year. What about the coolest thing in person you got to go do? Like what was your favorite thing to go do?
In person, before I do say in person, I will say, because people brought up Seth's cash-in, and yes, that's also another good one. And then somebody else brought in there was another one, Seth's cash-in, and then the Hangman, the whole Death Riders and all that. Yes, also great moments, absolutely. So the best thing that I got to do was the 2K Creator Fest, because it's something that I've always seen. And what's crazy too is I applied to be a 2K creator. I think it was called like 2K something. I forgot what it was called. And they said that they're not accepting because the program is going to be just like, I don't know, the program is not going to exist anymore. So I was like, all right. And then WWE Games just slid in my DMs like out of nowhere. Like, it's crazy because I'm just like, I go on Instagram and I see a DM from WWE Games and I was like, what? I was like, I waited too because it said 2 minutes ago, and we got to be cool here, okay? We can't be looking like damn marks, even though I wanted to click read. So I had to wait a whole hour. I waited an hour, and I was like, okay, let me read it. And yeah, it was just like, hey, we want, we want to fly you out and blah blah, make content with wrestlers, make 2K content, and I was like, hell yeah. So that was the best thing that I got to do in person. Also, it was a new environment because I went there by myself to the 2K Creator Fest. I knew like the Vibe guys were gonna be there, but like initially, like I was like, this is like I'm going alone. I have to meet other people that do this. Like it's very intimidating because it's also 2K creators, and I feel like they see me and they're like, oh, aren't you that reaction girl? Like what? Like why is she here? Yeah. So, but everybody was nice. I met Chris Danger there. He was so nice to me. Yeah. And cool experience.
Where was that? Where was that at?
Florida. It was in Orlando.
Oh, that was that the one where you took a video with Shayna and sent it to me about how I wasn't there?
Listen, I told Shayna, I was like, we're gonna record a video and we're gonna, I think we're like, we're gonna talk shit to her. And then she's like, okay, cool. And then she just went off, and I was like,
bitch. That bitch, I swear to God, no, I love her, but
I was gonna talk shit too, but then hearing her talk shit, I was like, love you, Weezy. I was like, girl, what the hell?
She went in. It's fine. That's how it be. That's how it be with her. And I don't know. I feel like we've waved a white flag, and we're fine now because I just listened to her podcast with CBV, and I love Shayna. I love Shayna Baszler so freaking much. I feel like I learned so much, and I feel like her podcast made me so much more excited for 2026. I feel like listening to her and how she handled being released, like, was so graceful, and she's such a badass. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Actually, 2026 is gonna be bitchin'. Like, it's actually we're gonna be just fine. It's like intimidating, but hell, that kind of makes it nice. It makes it more fun. Makes it a lot more fun.
I still gotta listen to that because I did see that I have like 3 podcasts that I still gotta listen to, and it's funny because it's usually all CVV. Like it's like his interviews. I'm like, oh, I got this one. I'm like, damn.
Some I make it through and some I don't. The DDP one, I think I love DDP first of all, but I made it like halfway through, and I was like, all right, I'll pick back up on it, and then I never did.
That's the one on my list.
It's such a time commitment. It's such a time commitment. Trying to think if we want to keep on, or if I want to ask you about your goals for the next year. If you want to look towards the future, keep recapping. There's just so much that happened this year. It's almost overwhelming.
There's a lot that happened this year. You got to experience so much this year, which I'm very proud of. I like seeing you like go out, and you had great seats for a bunch of these events. And the thing that sucks about like experiencing as a creator, getting opportunities, people just want to, tear you up on the internet because they see you being successful, but they're not seeing the grind. They're not seeing the hours that we're putting in. I got the money that we invest, and it does not return, by the way. And nope. We're not saying that in a bad way. We're saying it takes a lot of time and money to invest in what we do, even though we make it seem easy, but that's why it looks easy, because we're spending a lot of time and money into making it look easy. But I broke down the other day, or just Monday, because my mod sent me a clip of 2021, and I was out here doing the Royal Rumble. I remember that stream.
I saw.
And I was like, I got so emotional because I'm like, I've been doing this for so damn long. And I was like, first of all, I never really cared about the negative feedback or people thinking that I just got handed these things. But when I saw that, I was like, now kiss my ass. Are you kidding me? I've been on this grind for so damn long. Anyways, that's it.
No, because it is one of the things I think that, especially the last couple weeks, people are like, oh, we'll just ignore this, just ignore this, just ignore this. Like, you're not allowed to bring focus to the fact that there are so many people talking about you and what it is that you do and how you do this and how you do that, as if they know, because they don't. But there's a narrative out there of how you're able to do this and how you're able to do that when everybody's wrong. And I think that it's impossible to ignore when it's in mass quantities. We were talking about that this weekend, where there's so many people that are like, oh, well, you just have to ignore it. Trust me, I've been on the receiving end of people giving me hate for an opinion. And I'm like, okay, in all seriousness, dear commenter, what did you have, like 2 people on Twitter like tell you that you were a piece of shit? Like, try having it on a mass scale of thousands of people sending you DMs telling you that you should off yourself and that you're a piece of shit and that you do this and this and this. And it's impossible to not let that to get to you in some form, especially when you haven't had it happen a lot. So we can talk about whatever we want to talk about, but don't think I read all the shit that you sent me, because I didn't. Because I absolutely didn't. Some of it was funny.
Well, there was one. There was one. We're not going to say who it was, okay? But there was one that I told about Weezy, and her and I were laughing our asses off. But since you're hating on us, we're not going to let you know that you're funny. But it was funny, okay?
It was funny. It was good. I talked about it on stream last night. When we were leaving, I told Khan, because Khan was in the chat, and I was like, listen, they put me up in the Don Callis family boardroom.
They did.
And I was they had Don Callis showing me to the entire family and what I'm saying, and he's like nodding his head like yes.
And he goes,
I don't think he's like yes. That was a good one. They thought they did something. It was funny. Like,
it was good.
Bitch, did you realize what was happening in the room? Damn. Shoot.
Yeah. Twitter is a wild space. I've been on the receiving end so many damn times. For me, I'm just so jaded. It's funny too because, well, it's kind of hard to, I don't know. I've always been this way too. When I was younger, maybe I would care. But as I like developed as like an adult, I'm easily like, I'm not harmed by the negative feedback. And I think it's because I've always received negative feedback that for me, now that it's translating on the internet, it's just like, okay, that's fine. Like, I'm still going to keep doing what I've been doing, which is what I've been doing my entire life. I've been told, like no so many times. And I've been in male dominated spaces when I got into the engineering space. Even then, men were talking down to me and they were like, you're not taking this serious. Like, you're just here because whatever. So for me, now that it's on the internet, I'm just like, it's cool, man. If you want to keep talking bad about me, go ahead. Like, it hasn't taken me down, but I don't want to say that because I feel like one day it's going to take me down because I'm too confident right now.
It's never taken me down. But it has added on to, I think, like me, it always happens at the worst time where I'm already like being terrible to myself, and then have other people being terrible to you when you're already being terrible to yourself. Because I'm my own worst critic. And it's so silly, I think, to look back on my year and think, oh, well, I could have done more, or I can't believe, this didn't happen or this didn't happen. Like I think I downplay it, but it's hard. I don't know. It's hard not to. You got to be like, I'm a badass. I did this. Okay. Yeah. Like, you shut up. It was fun. I'm proud of it. It's hard to tell yourself those things. That's what therapy's for. We're working on that.
Yeah, but also comparison. Like, the number one thing that gets me down is always comparing myself. Like,
Me too.
Just like what you said, I am my number one worst critic. So you guys can say so many bad things, and I'm like, I already said all this to myself. Like, I am working on not telling myself these things. So that's why it's kind of like,
no, I'm the same way. I compare myself to what other people are doing or how other people react to what other people are doing. And I think that is the biggest thing. And I try not to follow in the footsteps of doing what someone else is doing just because I see that it's working. But it's hard. It's really, really hard because you see something working and you're like, oh, should I do that when it's not what I want to do? And I'm not about to do something I don't want to do. Like, to hot takes. Yeah. I would rather cut off my left foot than do a hot takes video. I hate them. I hate them so much because I don't feel like I really have hot takes. It just feels like, oh yeah, let's bitch about everything's negative enough, dog. Like, I don't really need to just conjure up stuff. It just doesn't work with my psyche really well. It just doesn't. I don't like it.
I get it. Also, it just, some hot takes are actual hot takes, and then for the most part, they're just little like opinions or like hot take. WWE should not go to Saudi. Okay. Like it's like you man, wow, you're so different. Oh my god. Like that's why I don't do them because I feel like I'll be too sarcastic that people are just gonna hate me. They're gonna be like, wow, she's a bitch. Because I will be very bitchy.
Yeah, and every time that I do it, I think anytime that one of my clips from my stream actually gets out there, that's what I'm noticing is people are like, wow, like you're so ungrateful or you're berating or you're this or you're that. And I'm like,
Oh, I've been told that.
I didn't feel that way at all. I thought we were having a good time. I thought we do a lot of laughs, lots of laughs, lots of funny things happen. And then when we get over it, they didn't see the full picture. I'm never telling someone, you fucking idiot. I'm not doing that. Come on now.
The thing is too, that I hate about outside people. I have my stream, you have your stream. Your blonde line, my minions. We have banter. We talk shit to each other, but that's between the space. And it's all love. It's all freaking love. Oh my god. Like it's kind of like this like unorthodox family, but that's our space. And then it goes outside of our little bubble and people are like, wow, people watch her, but she talks to them like that? Wow, like shut up. You're not in the space.
I literally tell them to shut the fuck up. And they're like,
yeah.
Like, we're fine. They're calling me Wheezy Goon currently. The last 2 weeks I've been Wheezy Goon. Because I was simping over Maxine Dupree. But I wasn't. But she was in the ring and I'm like, I don't want her to win just because she's pretty, guys. And then they were like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, stop it. And then they were like, gooning, Wheezy Goon. Leave me alone. Oh my god.
I mean, Maxine Dupree is very pretty. Plus, she's extremely talented. Her growth has been insane. Hers and Harley Cameron. Those are the two top most improved wrestlers of the year.
Oh my goodness. I'm falling in love with Harley Cameron.
I love her too.
I adore her. I do.
Since we were talking about content creation, because I got two here. So I got whichever one you want to talk about. We could talk about reaction content or we could talk about landscape of wrestling content because we had that conversation this past weekend.
Let's start with reaction because I think it'll lead into wrestling. We're talking about wrestling content.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I'll go ahead and I could start this one because everybody knows how much I absolutely hate the landscape of reaction content. And I hate that me, you, Khan, Santi, and there's others. It's not just us four, but those are like the four that I can tell you right off the bat. It sucks that we're lumped in with everybody else because there's one thing that on Twitch, you have to grind to just get a viewership. Just because you have platforms on TikTok or Instagram, that doesn't mean anything. Streaming is a very multitasking and demanding thing. I'm not saying that it's easier than or I'm not saying it's harder than a 9-to-5 job. I'm not saying that at all. But it's very taxing, especially for your mental health. So I absolutely hate that people are just doing reaction content. They're not doing the grind. They're not streaming. They're not putting themselves out there. They're literally just recording themselves just to be on TV. And I hate that.
And the masses will say, they'll kind of lump everybody together and say, oh, all of these people are just doing this because they want to get on TV. They just want to do this because they can get on TV. And it's, for a good chunk of us, we were, like we had talked about, we were doing it for a year plus. What was it, the 2021?
Yeah, I've been doing this since 2021.
I started in 22. So we were doing it before we ever got put on TV. WWE we didn't know that was happening. We had no idea that was happening. That wasn't on our radar at all. I didn't really even at that point know that WWE even knew that we existed because we had been dealing at that time. We'd been dealing with copyright issues. I think one of my reaction clips had CM Punk's return flipped and reversed, so that it would maybe be able to bypass the copyright filter or whatever. And it's like, it's such a, it dims down what people do. Cause also like, if someone wants to get on TV, like fine, whatever. Why do other people care so much about what other people are fucking doing? Like what we had not a bunch. We had a podcaster, I think, in this space that really kind of ramped up and got people riled up about this and are like, oh, well, all these reactors are just, they're fake reacting so that they don't lose their free tickets or so that they don't lose their money or this or this. I would like to tell you right now, there's not a single one of us through WWE that I know personally that got gifted a fucking ticket to an event this year. It didn't happen.
Yep.
Especially not a PLE.
Yep.
Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, all the shit I went through, I paid for through WWE. So,
and if we did it, it was because of a collab outside of WWE. Like 2K got me and Wheezy at the Royal Rumble, and then who got you
Xfinity
at the?
Got me to WrestleMania.
There you go.
Xfinity did, and I didn't know until about 4 days before. I was already going to work for WrestleCon, and they sent an email and were like, "Can you do this?" Yeah, sure. Okay, we're gonna go to night 1 of WrestleMania. Huh? Okay, sure. Fine.
Yeah.
I had to tell my other employer, hey, can I go to WrestleMania? Oops. Craziness. It's just the misinformation out there, the needing to, I understand people wanting, and that's where I got into hot water, this wanting to have an opinion. I can have an opinion about having everything. Well, some things you shouldn't have an opinion on because you don't fucking know. Saying like, oh, it's my opinion that these people are getting paid. Shut up.
That's
not everything can be an opinion. That's just misinformation. That's not a thought.
That's what I say too, because it's like, okay, so if your opinion is that, okay, well, my opinion is that there's creators out there getting paid by certain companies, and I tell you, okay, well, as a certain creator that you think is getting paid, I'm telling you that I'm not getting paid by either WWE or AEW, which means your opinion is false. Just like what you said, that's straight misinformation because I'm bringing up facts to you, but you're not going to listen to the facts. You're just going to keep following whatever somebody else is saying.
Yeah, because you can make up your own reality. Someone can tell you a truth and they'll be like, no, I actually still think this because it's my opinion. I'm like, yeah, but I'm actually telling you from this experience or what this person said that this is the truth. And they're like, no, I don't believe that because I think that they're lying. Okay, so why are we having these conversations then? I mean, Jesus Lord. Do you think, with going back to reaction content, there's been so many points where I think the WWE is done like showcasing reactions and then they'll randomly do it again. And for Cena's last match, they didn't do it. And I was kind of surprised, but I also kind of wasn't because I knew that the climate was so interesting. And I don't know. I don't know I didn't look really at a lot of other people's reactions to his tapping out, but I thought it was interesting that they didn't use us, but they used us for, what was the last one? Survivor Series. Do you think they'll ever be done? Do you think they're done? Like, have you ever had that thought?
Yes, and I want them to be done. For me, it's a preference. Like, be done, please, be done. Yeah. Like, if you never show us on TV again, cool. I'm chilling. Like I don't, because at the end of it, listen, if you are a creator or like a streamer and you want that check mark of like, well, I want to make it on TV once, that's fine, like whatever. But once you do show up on TV, you are realizing that you are being used by this company. Because just like us, now people are seeing, oh my God, this person made it. Well, I want to be on TV. If all it takes is to stream and post my reactions to be on TV, then I'm going to do it. So not only are you being used, you're not getting paid. They also don't give a fuck about you. They really don't give a fuck about you. So it's just,
trust me.
It doesn't do any, well, I don't want to say it doesn't do anything because that's false. Because the CM Punk Survivor Series 1, the first time that we got featured, our social medias did grow. Outside of that though, after the first time, it's like we could see a little bit of growth, but it's not like anything that we haven't worked for afterwards,
No, not at all. There used to be an uptick, or the viewership used to go up when we would get featured. Like a bunch of people would come in to see us reacting to ourselves. But when it happens now, it's just kind of, okay. I think the coolest one for me still was when I was at SummerSlam. When I was at SummerSlam, they had my reaction up on the Jumbotron, reacting to the night before.
Yeah.
But I wasn't at home. I was at the show. They used a video of me reacting to R-Truth
Lyra.
returning.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah,
Lyra.
Well, no, they had so they it was the reaction was supposed to be to Lyra and Becky or whatever. But it was actually the clip from me reacting to R-Truth like months ago. That's what they used. And I was like, I was here. I was sitting over there. What we fucking used because the whole section looked at me.
They were like, "Hey,
was that you?" Uh-huh. Yeah, it was.
I hated
What
that
the fuck are
they
you guys doing?
I hated that they did that too, which is why I was laughing my ass off because I was like, you guys are just gonna make it worse for her because it was literally like a little thing with Lyra and Becky, something that you probably just would have not reacted to, and they put you saying, "Oh my god," and I was like, you guys are yes, I was like, you guys are foul for that because now of course people are gonna be like, see, she overreacts because that moment wasn't even meant to.
They just did it again too. They used the one of me reacting to Liv slapping Dominic when he had his match with John Cena. They used me reacting to that as me reacting to Io jumping off the top of the War Games cage. Dramatic, like really dramatic. Like, who was doing that? Stop. Yeah. Leave me alone. Like, I'm glad, like, I don't know, it's such a double-edged sword because it's like, I appreciate it, thank you, but also I don't know, in a way it almost makes my job harder,
well, because then
all these people will be like, bite me.
Yeah, because people are gonna talk shit, and I mean, you had no control over that too. So, do you want to talk about World's End? Because we have the media scrum. We were there live. So
let's do it. Let's talk about World's End because everybody thinks that I am a paid WWE show, and now they'll be like, watch. Well, I was told, oh, well, now watch. She's not going to stream WWE anymore because she's going to be a paid AEW show. And it's like, listen, motherfuckers, I'm going to continue to do both. So pick a side. I don't know what to tell you. I've never been tribalistic. I never will be. As long as I am not working for either company, I'm going to continue to talk about both. So kiss my ass. That being said, let's talk about World's End.
Do you want to start it?
I will start. Sure. So I've never been to an AEW show before at all. I started watching AEW when it first began, the first All In, and I stopped, probably like midway through 2022. I stopped watching full time. And it was just because I had started streaming and I didn't have the time and my life was being consumed by wrestling. And so, yeah, that was pretty much it. There was no, oh, I hate this. I don't like this. It was literally just kind of a timing thing. Also, I worked 12-hour shifts at the salon and I got home about 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. and Dynamite already started. So I just stopped watching. So it was my first time going and I was nervous because I usually don't stream the shows because they're so long and I'm a big baby and I get cranky.
No, they're long.
So I knew I was in for it. But I was so excited to get to go because another reason I don't like to stream them is because I feel like I need to pay attention. I have the attention span of a squirrel. There's so many little things that happen in AEW matches, I find, because they're so detail and wrestling heavy that I miss them because I'm trying to talk to chat, I'm trying to do all these things. So I was excited to get to go and just watch the matches. I loved every single match, like every single match that happened. I feel bad because I watch, everyone's always in about like crowd noise and this and that. I'm not too loud of a watcher, especially when I'm locked in and I'm getting familiar with the product. So there were a lot of talks of how quiet the crowd was. I'm sorry. I really enjoyed the show. It wasn't that there was enough people around me being loud. I felt like I didn't really need to be.
The guy behind us.
Oh, the guy behind us. I had a headache a half hour in and I grit my teeth and dealt with it. He eventually kind of got tired and wound down, but we did have a gentleman behind us that he would not shut the fuck up. I mean, he was one of those that was kind of heckling everybody, the refs, the talent. And at the end, he would always be Chris Jericho. So he'd be like, Aubrey, ask him, Aubrey, you stupid idiot. Ask him. I mean, just nonstop on loop for fucking 3 hours. So that was that was rough.
Right behind Cody too.
Oh, my poor husband who doesn't even fucking like wrestling. You know, he went with me and I spaced it. I spaced how long the show was going to be. He was like, "It's how long?" And I was like, I honestly, I'm so used to WWE events. I didn't even think, and then forgot that we were doing the presser after. So, whoopsie daisy. Overall, though, good experience. If I had to, everyone keeps asking what my favorite match was, and off the top, I do keep picking the mixed nuts tag match just because
Yeah.
it's my brand of wrestling. It was goofy, it was fun. I loved like Tony and Orange having their interactions, friggin' husband and wife in the middle of the ring, like just cool shit that happened. I really enjoyed that. I loved the screwdriver spot with Okada and then Kyle Fletcher not being able to find it in the next match. Like that continuity was really cool. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I really haven't heard your thoughts at all. I haven't seen anything yet. Tell me your perspective, darling.
Yeah, I don't think I made I didn't make like a review on it outside of my vlog. I did, because I spent some time talking about the Moxley winning the Continental Classic because I saw negative feedback on the internet, obviously, and then people were in my comment section just regurgitating the same old bullshit. But my favorite match was Death Riders versus the Conglomeration as well. I thought that match was hilarious, but also like the wrestling itself is good. The thing I like about AEW the most is that not only are their stories outside of wrestling are more intricate and it takes a while to develop, but you can see it developing, and I really enjoy that, especially as somebody who reads, and like you could read the first chapter and then for some reason it all comes back at the end and I'm like, oh, this is what this person was talking about. So for me, I love that storytelling, but then also inside the wrestling, inside the ring, there's storytelling as well, like the Okada Kyle Fletcher thing. Whoever did that spot, like that was the most funniest spot I have ever seen live. And you can hear me, like I'm literally yelling at Kyle Fletcher. I'm like, I took it already, but it's like I couldn't even compose myself. It was
so good.
It was so good being there live. I think if I watched it at home, I would feel the same way. It didn't seem like a long event. I think everything was pretty fluid. When the main event happened, I was like, oh, it's the main event already. Like, I think everything was very, it's just back to back. And it's very hard to be tired when you're seeing action, constant action, you know? Because with WWE, they're going to give you like good recaps and commercials, and you kind of get drained because you're like, okay, well, now I got to calm down and then I got to wait until like the next match. And that's not me shitting on WWE, even though I always shit on WWE whenever I praise AEW. I'll work on it, okay? Because everybody tells me that. Why do you always have to bring up WWE? You're right. I always do, okay?
It's ingrained. I mean, it's ingrained in us. It's not like you're trying to be like super tribalistic or be like that bitch. Yeah. It's just it's a natural thing to compare. It's a natural thing.
The seats were amazing. Weezy and I were talking about it because floor seats, it just depends on where you're at. There could be a tall person and your whole view is obstructed, and then you're not going to enjoy the rest of the event, especially in that arena because there's no TVs where you could like look up to.
I will say this always happens to me. I always have the guy in front of, or someone in front of me that like has an actual camera or something and has no like concern for the people behind me. So I did have it. Oh my God. He had like a Canon 2007 fucking digital camera and was just all out and had a big puffy jacket on, just like fucking taking pictures with this. I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
It was like this. He had a little one over here, and then the other one was like this, and both of them are literally like this.
It's like the second time that's happened to me. I've had another, like literally at WrestlePalooza, that same thing with the same kind of camera. How old was it? It was like a younger guy. It was a younger guy too. So what the? I don't know. That's me being petty, but I do it just because it happens every time. But the seats were amazing. Really, I love sitting. I prefer to sit on that side usually when I get tickets. I do if I sit on the floor because I like facing what the camera is seeing. I don't give a fuck about being on camera. So I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Having Austin Gunn next to us, bleeding with a fire extinguisher, just sitting there waiting.
Just waiting for his spot too. What's funny about that spot too is that he was waiting for such a long time, and for some reason, I looked exactly when I saw Cash Wheeler go, and then you saw that, yes,
Yes, I saw it.
and then that's when he gets in. It was, dude. It's cool because you get to see certain things that you're not used to seeing on TV, and that was the closest that I've seen something like that happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so too, especially in that capacity. I don't know, there's so many things that have happened and transpired. What the fuck else? What else?
Well, we could talk about the media scrum.
We went to the media. I went to the media scrum. That was my second one. I've only ever done one with WWE, and that was SummerSlam Cleveland, and that was unexpected. I didn't necessarily know that I was doing that when I did it. I did not ask any questions. I didn't plan to ask any questions because I don't know. I didn't want to. I really didn't want to. I just kind of wanted to observe. It was my first time with them. I wasn't going to sit there and act like I've regularly been watching AEW and really supporting the product. I feel like that would be inauthentic of me to do. There were questions that popped up in my head, but I wish they had been able to bring more people in. I understand why they didn't. They only had who they bring in. They brought in Chris Statlander, and then they brought in
the conglomeration. So Mark Briscoe, OC, Harley, and Willow, and that was it. That was it for talent.
Yeah, yep, that was it. And then they opened it up for questions to Tony. So I understand, because it's probably like, oh well, watch Dynamite Wednesday and you get to hear from the champion. You get to hear from which I get it. I understand. But the one gripe I will give, and this is. I complained about Triple H when they did the press conference. I complained about Triple H every fucking press conference because that dude don't shut up. He just drones on and he's just, we're talking about the and big house and okay. I do it every time. Tony, God love you. You're a sweetheart. He was saying the same thing to every question. He kept saying the same thing. Yep. And just like, really happy about the Christmas collision. Watch Dynamite on Wednesday. We got voted by Sports Illustrated. And I was like, okay, Tony. All right. I was like digging my nails into my knees, like, I'm ready to go. But
yeah.
What was your experience? How'd you feel?
Yeah. So my first time was with Ring of Honor for Final Battle, and I really liked that. Well, I didn't really like it, but I went in as a content creator. So I do want to say, because people just assume that, like, oh, well, I mean, if you're going to these events for free and they invited you, they just invite us. They invite us as creators, and we get to be a part of the media scrum. That's it.
Good faith, and we cover it. We make content about it, coverage that people will see.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
Yeah, just that. That's literally it. We don't talk to Tony Khan or anybody backstage besides like the person that is handling everything. But that's it. Like, we don't get more access than like other people outside of like the media scrum. But anyways, so when I first did it, Tony Khan was really good. He was really respectful. He was like, I want everybody to ask a question. At that time, it was 5 creators. It was me, Nate, Marissa, Johnny, Deporticus, and Tally. So we're all content creators, and there was like 3 professionals, and none of them were really asking questions. So we felt inclined to ask questions since it was a row of us, and that was it. Tony Khan is literally staring at us like, any questions? So we felt like we had to. Whatever questions we had, we pulled out of our asses. Besides, I think Deporticus and Johnny. No. Oh. Johnny.
I thought you were coming up with the right.
Oh, no. They were like writing down their questions throughout the show. Because at the end of it, he's like, do you have any questions? I was like, no. I was like, I didn't write anything down. Ended up asking 3 questions because I felt forced. This time around, though, it was a bigger room. There were more professionals. I didn't feel inclined to ask a question. But when you're when you're in there, it is scary, and you also know that you're a content creator. You're not a journalist. You're not like somebody in media. Me and her don't like to pretend that we are. We make it very clear that we're not. But when we do get invited to shows, they give us the media pass already, which I will never decline. Yeah, I do want to be there.
They ask.
Yeah. But Tony Khan, this time around, I felt different because he just kept repeating himself. He wasn't answering any question. I felt like he answered 3 different questions with the same answer. And I was really disappointed because I was like, this wasn't my first experience. The first time around, he was very open. That was when they announced that Netflix bought Netflix bought Warner Brothers, and he answered that question. He gave us years timelines of like how long are they still going to be a part of the network and all that. This time around, I was like, bro, I was disappointed, and it was very unfortunate because that was your first experience too. Because at that point, you don't even want to ask a question then because you feel like you're going to get the same answer.
No, because someone asked a question that was similar to one that I had that I was going to, and then they asked it, and he didn't even. It had to do with 2026. It was just like if there was one thing, with all the success that you've had this year, how do you top that? Is there something you would like to focus on in the next year that you feel like could bring something or bring everything to the next level? And he just said, watch Dynamite on Wednesday.
Yeah.
It was the same. I'm like, okay, all right, that's fine. Like,
Sports Illustrated #1 promotion. Best wrestler Will Ospreay. Like literally, if you saw the press conference, you know what we're talking about. And I was already late. It was close to 2 a.m. I think we left at 2, or was it at? Was it? Yeah. So we left at 2.
1:30. Probably by the time we got to the Uber and everything, it was almost 2 by the time we got back to the hotel. Yeah. So that's late. God, when I left SummerSlam, God, I was still already, it was like 11 o'clock, 11:30. We were going out in New York. It was like early night. It was like, oh, let's go have a drink. This was like, I'm going to bed. Holy moly. Holy moly. I would go to one again though. I don't know. I don't know if I do another media scrum. I don't know that they're really my jam. One thing I always felt about a lot of the WWE ones, and what I've heard my friends that have gone to them and attended them is a lot of it is a lot of egos, and not professionals. And a lot of times it is people that are going and doing this and like treating other people like shit, for a chance to, I don't know, get a seat in the front row or get an interview with someone before someone else. And fuck all that noise. I don't want to do with that. Like if I really wanted to get like an interview, like I would just go a roundabout way and ask. And if the answer is no, the answer is no. That's not really my vibe, my jam. I'm not a clean cut professional journalist. I do hate the rhetoric online though about how, oh, they're just content creators. They're not this, they're not that. It's like, this is 2025. I mean, do you really need to have a 4-year degree to ask questions? Like, I feel like social skills and personability is something that can't necessarily be taught. You can have the piece of paper, but talking into a microphone is a skill. Asking questions is a skill. Learning how to conduct yourself is a skill. And those are all things that you can't just learn in college. You either are able to attain it or you're not. So fuck that noise. That's dumb.
Speaking about ego, and let me just say this quickly because I forgot to talk about this when we were talking about reaction content. The reason why I also really hate reaction content is because every single time I see people get featured on TV and I see somebody who's doing reaction content, I see their faces. They get disappointed that they're not featured. Their friends are featured and they could give a fuck. Like they're literally like, they don't get excited. Yeah, they don't get excited. And there's one personally that I really hated seeing. We could talk about that one after. But because you were seen, and it was just like, I was like, why you like, I just, the ego in this space just pisses me off.
My friends.
I
could give fuck all if I'm not on there, whatever. But
I love seeing like, yeah, it's especially if it's one that hasn't been featured. Like the first time the first time Marissa and Johnny got featured, I was like, oh god, Marissa and Johnny! It's so exciting because it's like, oh, finally, like now you can have the little check mark of like I was featured. It's cool. For me, I always get hyped whenever I see, even if you always get featured, like you, Con, Kicking It with Ross. I feel like you 3 regularly get featured, so I'm always like, hell yeah, Ross, Con, man. I'm not gonna be as excited, because I've seen you guys already, but I make sure to be like, hell yeah, good for them.
One for the good guys. One for the
Yeah.
good guys.
But anyways, that was my short little thing that I forgot to mention.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm really excited for the next year. I don't know what it brings. I'm really curious what changes as far as making content, how the landscape of content changes, how wrestling content changes, what WWE does with making stuff through Netflix. I kind of expected to see more like TV shows roll out from them. We have the new Unreal that's coming up. I'd like to see AEW get a little better with their digital marketing, like their digital social presence. I feel like I don't feel like I don't see a lot of it. Maybe I'm just not interacting with it, but I feel like their team could push out a little bit more of that, and I think people would be more apt to watch the product.
They could.
TNA is going to what is it? AMC. TNA is going to be, yeah. So that'll be cool.
And then we don't even know if I mean it's still going to be Thursday, right? TNA. I think the first episode is Thursday, but who knows if they change that to like Wednesday, you know, or Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll stay on the same day.
But hopefully hopefully it stays on Thursday. But I agree. I think AEW's digital team needs a lot of work, and I absolutely hate the quality of their clips. It just looks like they add a filter on to make it look like less of a production, if that makes sense.
I know what you mean. I feel like I have seen that also, and I don't know why. I don't know what they're using or I don't know how they go about it or what they do. I don't know. I know the process that I like use, and I know the process that WWE uses, like because they have a whole separate team that does it during the show. I'd just be curious. I love that behind the scenes shit. I want to know. I want to know what they do. How you do this? What camera are you using?
I want to know too, because it looks so low quality and it pisses me off. I'm just like, what are you guys doing? Like, you have a billionaire as the CEO. What is happening?
I feel like they were really hesitant about the social media for a very long time. I think it's just within this year that they're kind of opening up to it more. So
I mean, they're opening up to us too, because AEW was probably like the last company I would assume to bring in content creators.
Me too, because I felt like they really were just trying to keep everything the way that it was and maybe keep it a little bit more old school. But as things change, landscapes change, sometimes you do have to evolve and change with the times. So,
which is good, which I think personally it's a good thing. I mean, WWE uses us, you know, but they're not giving us free tickets to their shows. So at least with AEW, they're like, hey, we'll give you the tickets. Just, you know, do what you got to do. Like they don't enforce it. They're not like, but you have to create content. No, they're like, hey, we want to invite you to the show. They already know we're going to create content. So
sure. Is there last thing I'll ask you, going into 2026, what are the main things you'd like to focus on? What's something you'd really like to do, something you'd like to improve on?
Consistency and discipline for sure. And consistency is strictly on YouTube, meaning like I at least want to know the next videos that I'm going to do. I want to script the videos, because when content with like Instagram or TikTok, I feel like it'll come naturally to me to just make a certain video, and I feel like that's the best way for me. But for YouTube, I want to be more consistent, and then I do want to be disciplined into like being on a schedule, because I don't have a schedule and I'm freaking everywhere. But yeah, YouTube is like my number one focus going into 2026. What about you?
YouTube is also my number one focus going into the new year. And I want to focus on consistency. It's just being consistent with what. I don't know exactly what content I'm wanting to try to make. Outside of that, I do want to try to continue to branch outside of being online. I really would like to work as an MC or just on the mic, like hosting panels or working with conventions in some capacity and getting out there and doing that and touching grass and meeting people. This year, I spent a lot of money and put myself out there hoping that I would get some opportunities with different wrestling promotions and companies. I've been open about that, and that didn't happen. And so I don't really want to keep dumping money into going to these shows, trying to prove myself when I can't afford that. So I'm gonna swerve to the next thing and just see what kind of opportunities are out there for me. I think I have a lot to offer outside of just my creativity with videos. I think I could really offer something good somewhere. So just figuring that out, and also being nicer to myself, taking care of myself better, sleeping better, getting more on a schedule, and just kind of putting my life back together. I think that's my main goal. Having fun.
Yeah.
Paying off debt.
Oh God, I don't even want to think about my debt. But yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, those are some good goals. We can, if there are any super chats, do you have any? Because I have one that just says, "Happy New Year from Ireland." Hi.
I do not, but let me look at my Twitch activity feed.
Because we could answer. So now we want to take this time to interact with. If you guys have any questions that you want us to like quickly answer, or just feedback, comments, and all that.
Nope, I didn't have any either. Nobody chiming in. Just regular chat. So we'll it's been a long weekend. Both of you got gifted subs.
We did. I was gonna take time once we ended the collab to like thank them and all that. Okay. But I was gonna do that on my own because
then I'll do it on my own then as well.
Yeah, because we did get gifted for sure.
For sure. Last thing we'll wrap up with is this is something we want to do more often, and I think it's going to evolve as we do it for sure. So stay tuned for that. I don't know if we're going to do it like once a month, if it'll be every other week. We're just going to kind of play around with it. It's nice being able to make stuff with other people and collab with other people rather than just constantly talking to myself in my chat. That's a goal I think I have, is to kind of create with more people, but I am picky about it. I will say I'm picky with who I will collab with, because
I am too.
It gets hard. It gets hard.
Yeah. So as Weezy said, this is not reading all that. Our first episode is on my channel. And we were supposed to do that once every single month, but we got busy and a bunch of shit happened. But this is the better format for us, at least, because we're live and we can dedicate an hour. And then afterwards, for the next one, just friendly reminder, we do want to interact with you guys, and we don't want to sound money hungry, but the best way to do that is by super chats, because then we can go down to super chats and like answer those questions. Or we could do a different format. Maybe we could get some, like, I don't know, some PDF, post a link. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. It's gonna progress, as Weezy said. So appreciate y'all for being here.
Happy New Year. Everybody stay safe tonight. Don't drink and drive. Make sure you order an Uber or a Lyft, all that good stuff. And be good people going into 2026. Right?
Yeah, Happy New Year. I'm going to disconnect with you. I think we're both staying live for like a little bit, and then, but we will disconnect. Bye, Weezy.
Bye. Let's hope it doesn't turn off my whole thing. And
okay, I'm still here, right? Let me go ahead and do stop virtual camera. I have a lot to think. I said think. Okay, I'm still here. Good. Okay, let me go ahead and run through this. Wait, no, your stream ended? No, it didn't. If you're literally chatting, shut up. Okay. See what I mean? See what I mean? We have this kind of communication, but if somebody clips that, they're like, wow, look at her. She's so mean. Anyways, how do I get this out of, how do I hide that? Oh wait, browser source. How do I hide that? What the hell? Okay, let me just make it tiny. I don't know how to get rid of that. I don't know how to get rid of that. Anyway, she's here in spirits. But alrighty. So I hope you guys are still here. Craig, thank you so much for subbing. We got Oison, thank you so much for gifting 10 community subs. Holy shit. Jonathan Mullins, thank you so much for gifting 5 community subs. Holy shit. We reached level 5 of a hype train. What's hilarious is I don't think I've ever reached that, but I did that while I was live. And don't worry, I was seeing chat fucking pop off with the gifted subs, and I was like, I just had to play it cool because we were in a conversation. Craig, thank you so much for gifting 5 community subs. And then we got to hype train level 6. Ryan, thank you so much for that resub. Wrestling Takes, what's up, my guy? Thank you so much for the raid. Nate's Vision, thank you so much for the 5 community subs. You guys outdid yourselves. Thank you guys for all the support. I am gonna be back for Dynamite. Obviously, I will be here for Dynamite, and I'm gonna be here for the countdown. And then over on YouTube, I had the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Farrell. Happy New Year's to you. And then I think Derek, thank you so much for becoming a member for 3 months, a super minion. W fucking chats. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? Tiny Hush? What do you mean? What do you mean, Tiny Hush? So, what y'all think about our live format? Do you guys like the live format, or would you guys prefer us to do the pre-recorded? That was great. Okay. Obviously, we'll get better. Like, this is only our second time doing that, so we'll get better. We know how to send a collaboration over on Twitch now. This was a lot faster than the last time we tried to collab. It's better live, right? Okay. Yeah, because we were thinking of bringing the pod back, but then we were thinking pre-recorded, and then we were talking about, we want to get the community involved though. And I think this is better because you guys get to see it live. And if you guys have questions, we can always dedicate 15 minutes at the end, whether that's super chats or if we have like a question link where you guys can like just ask us questions. Which I think, yeah, should be good. That there must be a way for people to send in questions live while you are doing this. The way that I've seen it, because I've seen Fightful, I've seen Ross's whenever he goes live, it is through super chats. But that's exclusively on YouTube. For Twitch, I think people send biddies. So that's the way. Live together. The people doing YouTube, they really don't need the money or over other people's struggle to eat. Wait, what? Minnie, you and Wheezy did really good. Thank you. Super chats, no thanks. Homeless people and kids need that money really bad. So I'm not forcing anybody to send in super chats. It was strictly, if you want to ask a question, you can send in a super chat, but you could be here for free. Nobody is forcing you to do that. And I hope you do give money to the homeless and to the children if you're gonna come in here and say that, because I know what I give back to my communities. So I hope you're doing that, buddy. Let's see. What are my WWE dream matches? I don't think well, Obafemi versus Braun Breaker. That would be my dream match. A dream match just to see him get destroyed, and hopefully he gets destroyed, is Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar, but I need Brock Lesnar to be defeated within like 10 seconds. So there is a way for folks to do this for free, so let me look into that. Okay. You were the girl behind me at the scrum at World's End. Was I, were you the dude or the girl? Because there was a girl right in front of me, and then there was, you? I think it's you. I know you asked 2 questions, and you were very confident, by the way. If that's you, you were very confident, and you were like, you got the ball going, so. Brock would destroy both. Well, I don't need that, especially if he's retiring. Why do we need him to still be strong? You get what I'm saying? Like, bro could tap out, but what is your wrestling name? Minerva. Oh, you are the guy. Okay. Hi. It was nice meeting you. If anybody else has anything else to chime in about, I could stay here for like 10 minutes if you guys want to talk about anything. I got time. I have to be back for Dynamite. I'll be back for Dynamite like at 7:45 ish. So I got time to talk for like a good 10, 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. It just depends on the vibes, you know. I know that her and I spent an hour of talking and we weren't active with the chat, but that was just like the format of this thing. So, am I going to AEW in Winnipeg in April? I am not, cuz that's in Canada. Well, I don't know. I'll see. I shouldn't say no anymore because who knows? Who knows? Maybe a lot of blessings will come into my life and into my pocket where I could do a Canada trip. So much appreciated, and I'll be at Revolution. Yeah, it's in Los Angeles. I used to go because I was from Los Angeles until I moved here to Ohio 4 months ago. And now that I'm seeing the direction of where AEW is going, I'm like, damn, I would love to be at that Revolution. I need to also be here for AEW pay-per-views because AEW pay-per-views are kind of my bread and butter when it comes to streaming. That's usually when I have the highest viewership, and chat is usually popping off. And I get a lot of growth from them because a lot of people don't stream AEW, so I can't go to every single AEW show. I just hope you have a wonderful New Year's, Minnie. Thanks for all the great content this year. Thank you. It's nice to see you, Shy Guy. It's been a while. Only thing I want to add is when it comes to AEW quality, I think that's done by the design. They do have the money. I think it's done by design as well. When it comes to the production, well, I'm strictly talking about the digital one pisses me off. Outside of that, I think they do want to look like a lower production company because they are the alternative, so they don't want to seem like they're the machine. Do you get what I'm saying? Like they do want to look like a glorified indie show, and I like the vibes on that aspect. But when you're scrolling on social media and you're used to seeing 4K quality, especially with like from me, you look at my clips from the show compared to their clips and you're just like, for my own eyes, I rather see 4K quality than that like lower quality, low budget shit. I don't pay attention to their clips because of that. You know what I do pay attention to? Every single time I scroll and I see 8K footage on like something that happened in AEW, I actually pay attention to that. I don't like their lower budget shit. That's just a me thing though. Same here. Best of luck with your content. Best of luck to you too as well. What's your WWE prediction for 2000? I don't have a prediction for WWE in 2026. Can you go to every show so Zendaya can't spam CEO? Absolutely. I'm here for Dynamite. Even if I go to every pay-per-view, I'm still here for Dynamite. WWE falls off. That's your prediction? That's kind of crazy. This is the year WWE dies. Wow, you guys, your predictions for WWE are kind of insane. Oh my god. Any creator goals you have for 2026? Yeah, the 100,000 subscriber plaque on YouTube. It's been on my mind every day. Every day I just think about that plaque. Obviously, the 100,000 subscriber goal plaque is the goal because once you hit that, then you have the 1 million subscriber plaque. But right now, that's like the number one thing is just seeing that plaque, just because it's an ode to like everything that I've created. And YouTube is probably the hardest platform to grow in or to grow on. So yeah, that's the goal. That's the number one goal. When I first started this journey, my goal was to work with one company, WWE or AEW. But now that I have a platform and I know that I won't be able to make content off of the other company, I don't see that in my future anymore. I don't see myself restricting what I want to talk about, what I want to post. So it's just growing, just growing. Everyone's saying it's dying. WWE will never die. I will let you guys know that. Triple H is not going to be the booker in 2026. Really? It's different to start streaming. What do you mean, the landscape right now? You think Willow will beat Mercedes? I do think Willow's going to beat Mercedes, yes. Especially because the crash out of Mercedes Moné is going to be so legendary and it's already happening. And every single time she crashes out, we're locked in. Absolutely. I do see Willow defeating Mercedes Moné. You're expecting Vince's third coming since that lawsuit isn't making any moves. Not gonna lie, I won't be surprised. If Vince comes back, I'm not gonna be surprised at all. Oh, difficult. It's difficult to start streaming. It's difficult to learn how to do your setup equipment wise and all that, how to get your mic properly working and your camera quality. But then it gets even harder just to grow. Just to get the initial, at least you always have 10 people on your stream is very hard to do. It's very hard. I know people want to be streamers and stuff like that, and I mean, if that's what you want to do, then cool, great. But it's just for me, just because of my journey, it took so long for me to have any kind of growth. I'm like, it's not for the weak. And I'm still not even like hitting triple digit numbers. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's difficult. Not gonna lie, Vince comes back, I'm boycotting. Yeah, they want a reason for Vince to come back. They literally want a reason to. Yes, I agree with that. They're waiting for Triple H to fuck up, which is why I say no matter how bad it gets, I will never want Vince back. I don't want Vince back either. I won't be surprised if they bring him back. And if they do bring him back, it'll depend. I'll see where my mindset is, because I could do, as a wrestling content creator, you also have to think about the kind of content that you're going to be producing. So, but if Vince comes back, then I'll probably just stick to AEW. Actually, I would cover NXT and Evolve and AEW. I could do those three, if anything. It'll be hard because my favorite wrestlers too are there. That's the thing. You want to support your favorite wrestlers, you know? It just sucks that the people that run and book and are working backstage are not the best people, but you want to support your favorite wrestlers. You think Takeshita, Fletcher, or Bandito will win AEW title in 2026? Takeshita and Fletcher, well, they have been pushing Bandito. Yeah, there's an opportunity for all of them for sure. Vince might come back for Hall of Fame. That's about it. That would be weird to do that. I think they. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I was going to say, wait, how old is Vince? So I was gonna say, no, I think they should wait at least 10 years. But I was like, does he have 10 years? I don't know. I don't know. I hope Bandito wins a major title this year just to piss you off. I was going to exclude Bandito because of my bias, and then I was like, oh wait, no, they like people like him. I forget. Listen, I like Bandito. I just hate the fact that Hechicero is on the back burner and nobody talks about him, even though he's leagues above Bandito, just letting you know. And Bandito is already freaking goated. So imagine Hechicero. He should literally be in Bandito's position. Anyways, let me stop talking shit. We want Bandito to win the world title off of... Okay, who's we? Who is we? Ma'am, you gotta change that. That's what you want. I don't want that. The hell? I don't want Stranger Things, no. I'm also not interested in getting into it. I don't really... When it comes to like suspense, thrillers, horror, I don't really get into that. Except Squid Games. But Squid Games is more action thriller, I guess I would say. Bandito is younger than him. Bandito's like, what, 23? I think somebody said that. Tell Don Callis to push harder. Bandito is fucking incredible. He is incredible. I'm not saying he's not. Hechicero's better. Happy New Year, Minnie. Thank you for making this horrible year into a way better year with all the entertaining stream. I hope 2026 is way better for y'all. Thank you. I hope 2026 is also better. Yeah, the other guy is in his 40s. Don't fucking matter, dog. He could still win shit. The hell? Samoa Joe is also in his fucking 40s. Don't be discriminating for making this horrible year. Oh my god, wait, let me listen to my audio. Way better year with all the entertaining stream. I hope 2026 is way better for y'all. Oh my god, you guys could still hear all that? 2026 is awesome. What the hell? You guys could still hear the ooh. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to fix it. I've added noise suppression. I got the big ass thing. I don't fucking get it. I don't know what to do. You love the Foley merch? Thank you. What was your favorite thing you did in 2025? The 2K Creator Fest. True the King, thank you so much for that resub, buddy. Minnie, are you looking forward to play? I am looking forward to play 2K26. I wonder what's gonna happen with that. I don't know. Cause wasn't there like a rumor that 2K wasn't going to carry 2K26 anymore? I don't like that you can still fucking hear all that noise. Wait, so you can hear that while I was talking to Wheezy? Ew. I don't know how to fix this shit. I really don't. And it angers me because I just want my audio to actually sound good. What's up, True the King? What I'm gonna do right now is I am linking the AEW vlog, the World's End vlog over on YouTube and Twitch. If you haven't seen it already, it's right there. I know the reason for the noise. What, the high ceilings? Mini on GTA 6 this year? It's not coming out this year. It'll come out in like 5 years. It's a ghost. It's weird to watch the Stranger Things cast as kids when they are fully grown up and have kids. Yeah, that's how I feel about Euphoria. When Euphoria comes back, I'm like, you guys are so much older. Remember the flies you killed? That's their spirit hunting you. Okay. That's cool. I'm so hyped for all the popular games coming out this year. Excited for Lego Batman and Marvel's Wolverine. Favorite match of 2025? I have favorite matches. I don't choose one. I don't believe in just choosing one. So I don't ask, or I don't, well, first, I don't ask those questions, but also I don't answer those questions. I'm not someone that can just choose one out of everything that we had this entire year. All the FDR hate is causing the noise. Also, Truffle, I saw your ass and I was going to delete your message. This dumbass was like, oh, I'm just here to let you guys know that we love FTR here, or whatever the fuck he said. Wait, you're on the board, right? Well, now you're on the board. Oh my god, how have you not made the fucking board? What the hell? Okay. Truffle, you made the board. Truffle. Who can I take out? We got BK, Zendaya, Pookie, Blackman, Gabe, Ian. Gabe was from YouTube. Ian, Cardi, Michael. Michael could get off because he's been in there for a while, but he doesn't come all the time. How do you spell truffle? Dumbass. It sounds normal here. Keep Gabe on the board. Oh, Gabe is the... Okay. Yeah, so Gabe stayed on the board. He's the freaking Fall Guys. Yes. Thank you for reminding me. I was like, who is he? He has a different name on YouTube. That's why. I should have put his YouTube name so I can remember who that is. How do I make the board? By being a dumbass and by pissing me off. I love Euphoria. I do too. All right, guys. All right. I'm calling it here. I did link the vlog. The vlog is really fun. It's one of my best vlogs that I've ever done. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you for all the follows as well. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, it's one of my favorite vlogs. I don't think I've done a vlog that was that exciting. Let me try to figure out this stupid fucking shit. The only person that should be hearing that is Nate, and that is it. It's so annoying. All right. Minnie, have you met? I've met Luge. I don't know who the other person is. Definitely met Luge though. She's an OG creator. OG. read my message before you leave. What were your favorite matches this year from both companies? Mike Bailey versus, what was the Continental Classic? Mike Bailey was it Bailey versus Fletcher? I can't remember. That one definitely. Conglomerations versus Death Rider. Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk was really good. This year, who did Chris Statlander go against at all? It was Chris Statlander versus Mercedes, right? Yeah, they did three back. I like Chris Statlander versus Mercedes. There's been a lot, but my mind can't just like bring them out. Also, thank you for streaming all year. Whenever you can for wrestling content, finally found a streamer who enjoys wrestling and is not a mark. So cheers to the New Year's and hope God and everything you want in life comes true. Thank you. Yeah, you guys definitely know. What's up, Pasta? You guys definitely know all my goals. My number one goal right now is 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's literally the like what I'm gonna be grinding for. I'm also in a position where I have been in spaces within both companies to see how it works. And knowing how much of a fan I am and how much I love this industry and the passion I have for it, being a fan since I was a child, and how much effort I would love to make this space better, knowing that that's not enough for companies. They just want to see you with millions of followers to even potentially want you to work with them in some capacity. That really fucking sucks. So my drive this entire year is to continue doing what I've been doing, staying authentic with everything when it comes to opinions and all that. I never changed my opinion for the sake of an opportunity. I just came back from World's End and I was telling some dude on Twitter, because he was like saying that no, Mariah and Timeless Tony should not have main evented because she was leaving, and I was like, that shouldn't have mattered, something, whatever. And then I said, it's making the company look bad because you had the biggest feud and story and you didn't make them main event, and it's worse because they're women. Like, I am not shy of having an opinion. So for me, I'm just gonna keep doing that. That's my goal for 2026. We can talk more about that, obviously, because I will be here for Dynamite. I'll be back for Dynamite. I'm gonna go clean this restroom. I'm gonna go fuck it up and clean and shit. And I should probably make myself food, but I'll be here for Dynamite, guys. So this isn't goodbye. If you're not gonna be here for Dynamite, Happy New Year. I hope y'all have a good night. Please be safe. I'll see you guys here. I'm here for fucking 5 hours when I come back. So alrighty, guys. I will see you guys shortly.